Rob, it's been a long summer and finally got some action underway. What's your thoughts on it, really?
Yeah, I'm really pleased. Obviously, always pleased to win. Obviously, the bonus point, nice, keeps us alive in the first competition of the season. Boys were looking a little leggy at the end, but everyone expected that. It was the same for Bath as well. They had a little bit of cramp going on. I think that's what you're going to expect when you decide to go straight with 80 minutes for a lot of the lads. But overall, I thought we came through it really well. Really pleased with for Yanis Kirsten, a guy making his debut. Thought he really stood out today in a lot of things he did. Obviously great for some of those youngsters to perform as well as they did and have such an influence on the game. Guys like Sam Maunder, Hendrickson had an important game. Max Badilli looked very elusive. And I thought our young front row was outstanding in the time they were on. That really gave us a foothold in the game. So overall, a lot of real positives. We've got our first game under our belts with a win. Obviously another huge positive is if we won again at home in front of nearly 10,000 people at a second tier kind of competition, which is fantastic for what we're trying to achieve here all round.
And 9 debutants, a lot of youngsters, you've given them their chance, they've got the opportunity in it.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing now is that we can work a lot with these lads, and we have done in the off season, and all your training and all your video that you can do in training. But actually now we can sit down with them and actually spend some genuine time on going through little elements of their game. The actual truth is you can spend a lot more time with players off the field than you can on it. There's only so much time you can spend on the field, and we've got some genuinely good stuff now. We can sit down and work with them, and their level of improvement, I would say, even in the course of this week, will be incredible. Most of this group will be involved next week. That's pretty much how we're going to run things through. They've got a little bit of a short turnaround now, so getting recovered, as I say, doing a really good review on Monday will be essential for us and essential in their development, and we'll be a better team on Friday.
There were periods there today where the defence really stood up as well, especially first half. Against a strong breeze, you had to dig in, and you got your rewards towards the end of the half.
Yeah, and I think the nicest thing about kind of defence is it's the biggest indicator of attitude you can have. And I thought that part of it was fantastic to do as well as we did for so long. And it actually was only when we really looked a little tired that we missed a couple of tackles on the edge, and that allowed Bath to come back in, because it was 2 missed tackles. It wasn't system breakdowns. It wasn't things falling apart. It was us actually just dropping off a couple of tackles. So that's pleasing in itself. But obviously we've just got to make sure that those individual moments they stick. But that's why you want to do your review process, and that's why these guys need to play.
As you said only a few weeks ago, this is going to be a competition that's going to blood a much larger squad to go into that first week of the Premiership. You're going to use it for the full month now.
Yeah, we're pretty much going to use the full squad by the end of it. Obviously we'll start to narrow things down and focus things down in the last couple of weeks towards the start of the Premiership. But at the moment, it's just important to get some players out there, get some game time into them, start to see how processes are working. And I think a lot of what we've been trying to do showed up really well today.
One guy who also stood out probably was young Tom Wyatt. His first start, first try, not bad.
Yeah, there was times when you could tell it was his first start, and there were other times when he did really well. But that is why you've got to get these guys out on the field. He stood out in pre-season. And he fully merited an opportunity, and it's come off for him. I thought at one stage he was going to run straight into the post, but he managed to sidestep it just before he was going over, and he's obviously delighted. He's obviously a bit tired at the end there, probably emotionally and physically a little bit tired, because as I said, it was still a good crowd out there, nearly 10,000 people, and there was times when it was pretty emotive out there, and we've had a lot of young lads come through, and I'm delighted for all of them.